That's way better than that old Burl Ives version. The Salads from Newmarket, Ontario. They have a brand new digital album featuring nothing but Christmas songs from them and their friends. And that's what it's called, Christmas with the Salads and Friends. Some great Canadian indie stuff here, done in a Christmas style. Ahead of the Salads was Beach House, great indie band from Baltimore. But a year ago, they released a one-off song called I Do Not Care for the Winter Sun. Totally agree with them on that. One of the most beloved modern Christmas songs of all time is Fairy Tale of New York by the Pogues. Even though, when you think about it, the song really isn't about Christmas at all. And not a lot of people know the real story behind this song. It was born sometime in 1985 when Jim Finer, the Pogues banjo player, started messing around with an idea. He showed it to singer Shane MacGowan, who liked it, but really didn't know what to do with it. So for the next 2 years, Jim and Shane struggled with the song, especially with the lyrics. They told the story of a sailor heading to distant seas, but that didn't work, so they just abandoned it. But then in March of 1986, the song was resurrected after Shane read a book called A Fairy Tale of New York. And this book told the story of an Irishman who returned to New York after going to school in Ireland. And somehow this took the song from being about a lonely sailor to this fight between a drunken couple on Christmas Eve. This new version was good, but it was still not right. There was also the problem of finding a woman to sing the other part of the duet. See, the song had been rewritten with this two-person dialogue going on with Pogues bass player Kata Reardon in mind, but she had run off and married Elvis Costello, so the song was shelved again. In March of 1987, the Pogues tried one more time, but with Shane singing both the male and female parts. They never intended that to be the final version, but they needed something on tape just to keep things moving. That demo was part of the sessions for the Pogues' third album, If I Should Fall from Grace with God. And the producer for that record was this guy named Steve Lillywhite. He's known for working with U2 on their first 3 records. He was married to a singer named Kirsty MacColl, who had released a number of albums herself. In the summer of 1987, Steve asked his wife, look, we're having problems with this song. Would you mind singing the female parts on this demo? There's a good song here, but we just can't seem to make it work. Maybe you can help us out with this. So one night she did. The two of them went to the studio. She laid down her parts and then went back home to look after the kids. When the Pogues heard what Steve and Kirsty had done, they said, that's it! You've cracked it! Shane redid all his parts. Steve edited everybody together, and it was released in December of 1987. And, well, it's been a staple ever since. Now, as you listen to this, remember that Shane and Kirsty are not singing in the studio together. Their parts were done alone and on different days.